Now wondering why there's no marquee here today? It's deliberate, and it's only so that the view from the beer and the colours is that one. So you figure the sun's
Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to Surrey Park Lacrosse Ground for the preliminary final between the Malvern Lacrosse Club and the Williamstown Club. I'm Gus Campbell. Today with me is Dave Joy, and we'll be bringing you our commentary throughout the game. It's a beautiful day here. These two teams played twice this year. Both have resulted in a Williamstown win. However, we got off to a slow start last time, and if we can curb that, you know, that might be a different ball game today. What's your thoughts, Bill?
The important factors again, Gus, will be winning the face-offs, the goalkeeping tallies, and certainly for Malvern not to allow Williamstown to get out to an early start was a huge factor last time they played.
And we'd also like to take the opportunity to welcome a couple of our club members that will be watching this live stream in New York and Baltimore. 1 o'clock in the morning there, so good to have you on board, and hope we can do a show for you that is worth staying up for. We'll be back shortly with the game. Back to the start of the game now. Teams lining up. Our officials for the day, Danny Whitbourne, Sam Green and Phil Zomar. The Malvern coaches is Stephen Bound and Sam Anglicus. Williamstown coaches Darren Nicholas, Chris Welsh and Mike Sullivan. Okay, get ready for the first whistle here. In the face-off we have from Malvern, Angus Thompson Pritchard, and from Williamstown, Sean Clark. This should be a good duel all day. Whistle goes. First scrimmage comes out. Clark gets the ball for Williamstown. Decides to take it into attack straight away, take a sub, make a change. Ball in the Williamstown attack. Just trying to sort out what was going on. I think the referee might have missed us offside there, but anyway, on we go with the game. Butson, number 1 for Williamstown. That's one of the guys that Malvern's got to keep their eye on today, Curly. Did a little bit of damage last time. I think Williamstown had a big blow. They've lost one of their young fellas earlier on the week. Young Harry Gibson, who's been their second highest goal scorer all year. They're without him today. That's going to make things a little bit harder for Williamstown. Still content to move the ball. Good D by the Malvern defence there, non-committal, just trying to push it out. Good work, make them force the ball around. Ball goes with young Gibson now on the left corner. Dangerous player, he got a few on us last time too. Nice work by Sammy Bucci, shot and saved by Roger Chen.
Yeah, ball goes loose, it's Baker. Open transition, corner to Tran, scores! Malvern's first goal, unsettled.
Always good to get the first score on the board, break the ice. It's been one thing that Malvern's been finding hard the last few weeks, is to actually get on the board and get themselves going. As we see, great play, Mitchell Baker, nice ground ball. Looks at young Cubby down on the bottom left, he catches it and he made no mistake. He put it away for Malvern's first. We're back in the face-off now. Young Tom Bound for Malvern against Sean Clark from Williamstown again. Clark comes out with it again. That's been a problem for Malvern. It's his second one. Moves it across the corner. Williamstown looking to score. They score. They score through number 5, Kyle Morlang, sitting there on the bottom right-hand corner. As we get back to this face-off, it's pretty important. Back with Angus Thompson Pritchard and Sean Clark from Williamstown again. Face off number 3 for the game. The first 2 have gone to Williamstown. Malvern will be looking to turn that around with this one. Clark comes up with it again, 3 in a row. He's doing a great job there for the Williamstown side. As we all know, you've got to have the ball in the attack to score. Williamstown taking their time in attack, just trying to get their players in a position set up for set play. They like to run and cut. They love to send the ball behind and get the cutters from the top. It's usually part of their game. Gibson drives on the bottom left. Nowhere to go. Good defence by the Malvern bloke. Gibson skips it across. Big save by Roger Chen.
Yeah, Williamstown are very systematic with their play. They just keep knocking at the door of that offence. Malvern transition over into the attack. See if Malvern can answer back that first goal. In goals for Williamstown, number 6, Elliot Hurry. The under-19 English goalkeeper a year back. Well, we say under-19s, ended up being under-21s the time they played due to COVID. Joe White there on that ground ball. Here goes White in the drive. Rips one high. The ball now 15 is Kobe Cook. Back to Baker. Left-hand corner, rips it low. Cook with the ball up the top. Aaron Curry. Very critical today that Malvern's midfield got to get on the scoreboard, apart from playing good short stick D. Baker up to Cook. Curry, plenty of pace. Dumps to the crease. Garrett misses it. And out they go. Transition. Williamstown bread and butter. Tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, error by the Malvern side then allowed the fast break for Williamstown, and they don't muck around if they get that ball and they're moving down the field. Pretty hard to stop. Just going to settle down there in attack, get a bit more movement, get some cuts through there. Start to make the Williamstown defenders work a bit hard. They're back to face off number 4 now. Angus Thompson, Pritchard, Sean Clark. Clark gets it out again for Williamstown. I'd say probably at this stage in the game they've probably had 80% of the attacking ball. That's one thing Malvern needs to arrest, is to get the ball out of the middle somehow. At least shut that fast break off and be competitive in there at the middle. Williamstown happy to move the ball around the outside and sort out what they want. Looking for the dodge through the top. Great save, Roger Chan. Malvern come up with the ball. They've still got to clear it. Angus Thompson Pritchard trying to get through a wall there. Comes out, great run and strength. Malvern take the ball into the attack. Time to settle up, get some air back in the lungs. Looks like we've been caught up with an official. No, it's been overridden. Referee thought that Malvern had gone offside, but they hadn't, so the ball will stay with Malvern in attack. Call still in dispute here. We're going to have another decision. So that's the call. Ball stays black. Stays in the Malvern attacking half. Critical time now. It's time we need to get the ball moving, and they need to get a score on the board. They're a couple down already. Looking a little bit disorganised at this stage, Malvern. They've got to sort out who they need on the field and who's got to be on the bench. Ball with Cook at the top. Sends it down at Bound. Take it down to White in the left-hand corner. Joe White's making his left-hand sweep, which he's so good at. Another unforced error. It's not good, but can Malvern get the ball back? Bound gets in there. Still a ball in dispute. Okay, so the referee's called a push, a loose ball push to Malvern, so Malvern will retain possession. Okay, ball with Banny, throws it across to Mitchell in the middle. Looks like Mitchell's going to take on. He's got Lockie, number 15 from Williamstown. Lockie Russell, they have a good battle every time they play. Ball up to wide at the top, goes to Baker on the far side. Baker still looking to dodge. Probably looking to feed the ball. Baker gets himself free, gets a shot, goes wide. Malvern back up, so they'll retain possession of the ball. Okay, ball with Mitchell at the top. We've just got our vision of the field back thanks to the Malvern players. Mitchell not in too much of a hurry to go anywhere. Moves across, ball across to Tran. Pretty skippy little fella when he wants to get, going. Tran, you've seen him in the past weeks. He skipped through for a couple of goals in the bottom left-hand corner. Ball behind now. Looking for the cutters up the top and nothing coming there. The Malvern move the ball back through Cook. Cook at the top. Sends it down to he retains possession. Good ground ball. Malvern reset now in attack. Make a sub, the bench. Bound comes off, Curry. Curry comes on fresh. Ball down with White. Back up the top to Baker. Across the side to Curry. What's he going to do? He loves to take a dodge and run and take them on. He takes his dodge, dumps on the corner to Kobe Cook, and he just gets flattened. They all know. He got a foul. So Malvern will go man up, probably for 1 minute. Illegal body check. There you go. Good opportunity for Malvern to get back into this game. Man up opportunity. They need to get the percentages up. We've had some brilliant man ups during the year. Sometimes not so good. So today is what we want to see. Move the ball, move your feet, take a good shot. Williamstown are going to press out, which is even better. Keep the ball moving. Trans on the bottom corner. Got nowhere really to go. Back up to Baker at the top. Gets across to Angus Thompson-Pritchard, who lets it go and scores. Low trajectory shot and gives the goalkeeper much chance to see that one. So that brings us back to 3-2 now, Curly.
Yeah, good shot there from Angus Pritchard Thompson. Good man up for Malvern. Critical that Malvern stay in touch. Keep grinding away. They've got to do some work in the middle here. Clark said every possession's won all 4 of them.
Here we go, bomb!
Face off out the back for Clark. He's got it again. Oh, a big shot. It's the bar there, Gibson.
Look in the middle.
Into transition for Malvern. He's having a look. He's got the corner. Baker missed. Good grab.
great hustle. Yeah, Bob, great work.
Malvern going to a man up, offside blue.
Just a little bit of referees and bench officials time out at present there. The scoreboard clock is incorrect to the actual clock on the bench, which is the official clock for the game, so they're just resetting the clock. They can't rectify that problem, so they will be ignoring the clock on the scoreboard. Okay, looks like we may have sorted out what we need to sort out to get this game going again. Malvern should start with the ball. They do in a man up. Okay, we're not quite sure what they're going to play, but you know, in a man up situation, you move the ball, move your feet, someone is going to get open. Joe White gets in, takes a shot, scores. So, Curly, that brings us to 3-3 in the first quarter. 3-2, I think. 3-2. No, I think it's 3-3, but anyway, we'll get the official count. Back to the face-off again. We have Tommy Bound from Malvern and Sean Clark from Williamstown again. We saw last time these two teams met, Sean Clark was very, very dominant in that face-off area in the first half. Did tire a little bit in that game, and they, but today they're sort of happy to leave him there for as long as he's going to keep winning. So he gets that one on a technicality. Bound broke. The ball goes to Williamstown in attack again. Clark gives that over to Butson. Straight down to Gibson on the bottom left-hand side. Very dangerous player, very sharp, very fast, very good eyesight. Usually gets a few goals, but he's very good on the assist as well. Williamstown working behind. James Butler interferes there, dislodges the ball. I think the referees have got another call to make. They're actually going to call on Malvern on number 88, James Butler. 30 seconds for the interference call. So Williamstown will start with the ball. Have a 30-second man up. Working the ball around the outside. Look to the left-hand side, which they do. Nice defence by Bucci's there from Malvern. Was able to force that ball around. Williamstown with the ball up top. They look to the crease. No one there. Once again, we mentioned before, Cal Gibson there comes up with a ripper of a shot. Williamstown take the lead 4-3.
How long in the quarter, Chief? How long in the quarter, Mike? 2:23.
We heard the call there, 2:23 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, lovely shot there from Cal Gibson, low to high, under the top bar. No chance for Roger Chandy in goals. Oh, he's gone early. Williamstown, not a really heavy built side, A lot of leg speed all over the field, leg speed. And working the ball quickly is Bramall in, sticks it. Williamstown, 4th goal. Inside the last 2 minutes. Important face off this one. Yeah, Angus is onto that. It aids the pressure. That's Malvern's first win in the face-off. One and a half to go. See what Malvern go through on the matchups. Baker at the back. Lachlan Russell, teammate from the Australian national team. Aaron Curry on his left, there's the double. Here comes Joe. And that one's not going to come off. Hurry cleans it up. There they go in transition again. Good check, good checks. Good to see your attackman who can play some good D in there. We've got a timeout in the blue.
25 to go in the game. The official scorer's time. Williamstown will finish probably finish the quarter with a possession. .25 seconds to go in the first. Williamstown with possession of the ball. Malvern will be looking to just to keep them out, force them around and try and work hard defensively. Nice check by Sammy Todd Hunter. Ground balls are killing Malvern at the moment. Another one easy, one missed. We could have been away. Anyway, ball back with Williamstown. Can't be too much longer to go in the quarter. Referees called a ward off against Williamstown and Malvern will take possession with 5 seconds left to go. Not quite sure if they're aware of it out there on the field, but the go is bomb that ball, throw it down. Good job. You never know what could happen. Anyway, ball goes out, and that's the first quarter. Back for the second quarter. Just interesting, nice sunny day here today. Saw earlier on down that bottom end to our right there. Bit of sun from there, from that side, affecting the goalie. And we saw Cole Gibson take advantage of that in the last quarter. Break by Malvern, face-off possession to Williamstown. Williamstown ball down with Gibson on the bottom left. He throws it up the top, goes up to Butson. Across to Gavori. I think Williamstown, they move the ball and they're probably going to be looking for the one-on-one. Look for what they probably think is the easiest one to take on. Gibson goes down on the bottom left corner. Nice work by Lockie Bound in defence there. Non-committal. And leave him stand there all day. Gibson keeps the ball bottom left. He's going to have another go. He works hard, gets a shot. Chen deflects the shot. We've got a referee's call. Not quite sure what it is at this stage. We'll have a 1 minute call on number 29, Tony Joseph from Malvern. And Malvern will go man down. Okay, Williamstown at man up, moving the ball around the top. Obviously, they'll end up looking for the bottom corners or the left-hand sides where they mainly like to go. Malvern need to be aware. Still 40 seconds to go on the penalty. A lot of time there for Malvern to kill. Williamstown patient with the ball, happy just to move it around, waiting for the right opportunity to get a shot. Making the Malvern defence work very hard. Gibson comes around again, scores on that bottom left-hand corner. Malvern will go back to the face-off, still man down for a further 20 seconds, trailing by 2 goals at this point. At the face-off, Tommy Bound goes early. It's 3 in a row where Malvern have gone early, Curl. Need to work that out. Got to figure out something there. Williams still have 15 minutes of man up. Going into a bit of a disarray at present time, Malvern. Penalties released. Garrett back on for Malvern. Ball goes out, unfortunately, for Malvern. We retain the possession. No, referee's going to call. Okay. Ball stays with Malvern. Garrett will have the ball. Should be able to run it over without too much trouble, as he does. Malvern down into attack for the first time in a little while now. Just need to use the sun, be aware of what's going on. The middies need to start getting on the board a bit more and being a bit more dangerous. We need some more cuts going through from the top. Ball with Baker. Back to Angus Thompson Pritchard up the top right. He sends it across to Bound. He'll send it over to Joe White. As we've seen Joey White run a couple of left-hand sweeps. Probably looking to do that again. Ball with Thompson Pritchard. He takes one on. Takes the shot. Saved by the goalkeeper. Probably not a high percentage. And ball stays with Williamstown. Ball in dispute, but Williamstown lose it and are able to retrieve it through Butson. Butson looks across, has one of his teammates open, takes a shot and comes off the Malvern defender's foot out of bounds. Williamstown will retain possession of the ball as they were closest to the ball when the ball went out.
Williamstown back into attack. Jake Manning's number 16, under 18 Victorian rep this year, and that he's thrown that one out of bounds. Malvern to clear it. Gets it back, and Malvern will take a timeout. And Williamstown Avenue of goal. They've had one goal off the bottom right, two off the bottom left, one off the top right, and another one off the top left. So they spread them right around the front of the goals there. They're not right-handed dominant shooting side nor a left-handed one. They mix them up and get the defence absolutely guessing where the ball's going next. So Malvern really need to sharpen up their attack play here, use the sun, and put a fair bit of heat onto Elliot Harry in goals for Williamstown. Williamstown leading 5-3. Josh Norton, number 4, is in the game. And we've got an illegal procedure. Malvern thought they'll try 7 on the field. And this is the pace they've got. Ground ball to be won. Malvern sent in the reinforcements. Oh, sorry, Williamstown.
Williamstown with the ball again, down in their attack. Ball up the top with Williamstown looking for the one-on-one. Malvern defence doing a lot of hard work so far in this game. Haven't had a hell of a lot of rest. Shot, another save by Roger Chen. Ball goes out, Williamstown will retain possession of the ball behind the cage. Once again, Williamstown prepared to just move the ball around and look for the right opportunity. Back with Gibson on the bottom corner. We have a referee's call. We have a moving pick called against Williamstown. Very lucky for Malvern there as Gibson found the open man on the crease, but the goal didn't count. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome some of our viewers throughout Australia and throughout the world today. In particular, I'd like to big shout out to the Bell family, Uncle Neville, Auntie Robin, and then daughter Tamika down there. I hope the kids are behaving for you, Tamika, so you can watch the game. Great to have you on board. Great to see that you can actually get to watch this game from being far away. Ball with Bound in the defence. Throws it up to Joey White high. Williamstown put the high pressure on. Joey White just cools it down, sends it down to Baker to kill the clock a little bit, get a couple of subs, get some air back in the lungs and then start to make a move. Ball with Kobe Cook. Puts it down to Cubby. Joey White across to Kobe Cook in the centre again to Angus Thompson Pritchard. Down to Baker on the right-hand side. What's he going to do? He said he's going to have a crack. He's going hard. Nowhere to go. No cuts, no moves, so he moves it on. Ball back with Tran on the bottom left. Haven't seen him take anyone as yet. He usually likes to take on a good shot, but that's not a very good shot this time. And the Williamstown goalkeeper comes up with a save. Williamstown 5, Malvern 3. Halfway through the second quarter. Malvern trying to put up a nice ride. Ball goes to the Williamstown midfielder. Gavor, he's fallen. He's taking the ball. Baker comes up with the spill. Nowhere really to go, but gives it over to Josh Norton. Josh Norton looks for a shot, shoots, hits the pipe. Williamstown come up with the ball. We have a referee's call here. Looks like someone's a little bit injured out there. I hope he's okay. The referees will stop the game and medical people will assess the player down in the middle of the field. Unfortunately for the Williamstown player being taken off the field, he'll be assessed. Hopefully he's okay. The referees have called an illegal procedure on Williamstown and the ball will stay with Malvern. Malvern haven't scored since the first quarter. They need to get this scoreboard ticking along. Williamstown have dominated. There's a shot from Josh Norton. It goes wide. The ball will stay with Malvern. Malvern people are screaming that Williamstown have too many on. They did, but it seems like they've got him off being unnoticed. No, the referees realised Williamstown had too many on. Okay, call is a legal procedure on the blue. Malvern had possession. The Malvern will get a 30-second man up. Need to score. Been a little bit disorganised the last 10 minutes, Malvern, a little bit frustrated. All they need to do is to get a couple of scores on the board and they'll get their rhythm back, get their mojo, get the momentum back. And as we all know, they do come home hard this side. I don't want to leave it to too late. Ball with Joe White at the top. He goes to Baker. Baker looks down to Mitchell. Cross to Angus Thompson Pritchard. He takes a shot. Saved by the goalkeeper. Malvern will retain possession of the ball. Probably about 10 seconds to go on this man up. Josh Norton spills it on the crease. Forced pass in there from Joe White. So we're now even. Malvern still in attack. Retain possession of the ball. 6-on-6 situation. Joe White comes around the corner. Looks up to Baker at the top. Baker hits the pipe. Yet again, we've hit the pipe. Anyway, ball rebounds. Boogie's in the prime position to pick it up and move it back. Does so. He keeps it live. Curry overruns the ball. Williamstown pick it up and take it down to their attack line. Pretty wasted opportunity. Boogie's with a great check there. Malvern with possession through Angus Thompson Pritchard again. He's rushing down. Decides that he'll settle the ball, move it off, get ourselves sorted out and start to look. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Williamstown have scored 2 this quarter, Malvern none. Ball at the top to Garrett. Moves across the side to Joe White. Goes down the bottom corner. Back up the top to White. We see a sweep coming from Joe White. No, not sure. Curry with the ball. Tries to look inside, tries to make a move, gives the ball back to Angus Thompson-Pritchard. Poor shot, straight at the goalkeeper's stick. And Williamstown will get yet another attack opportunity. Williamstown through Butson, brings the ball down, gives it to Gibson on the corner. Gibson looks back up top. It was shot by Williamstown. Ball in dispute here. Malvern trying to look to clear the ball. Pressure's on. Williamstown with a great ride. Forces a long stick up to Joseph. Joseph nowhere to go. Looks up. Joey White the relief pass so Joey can settle it down up the top left-hand corner. Ball down to Baker. Another opportunity for Malvern to score. Baker comes around. Looks up to Curry. Curry drops the ball on the crease. Hits the goalkeeper, the Williamstown goalkeeper, who take possession. Williamstown clear the ball again and they have another opportunity. Malvern defence, which had a lot of other work to do. Spent a lot of time in defence today so far in this game. Unusual, but we see Williamstown make a mistake. Yep, the sun is a bit of a factor here today. Malvern have the opportunity, but they're having a bit of trouble clearing the ball at the moment. Tom Bound has the ball, looks up, goes back to Roger Chan on the crease. Roger in no hurry to clear the ball. He just wants to make sure that he gets a nice safe outlet here. There it is. Goes across to Boongies. Boongies has a side. Runs it down the side. Clears it himself, doesn't have an option. Goes hard towards the goal. Takes a shot, but it won't count. Referee's call again. Okay, all the confusion was that Malvern had called a timeout. Nice move by the coaches. They need to settle down. They need to work this ball around. They need to work for a real good shot and get themselves a score. They can't be going a quarter without a score. Curly.
Yeah, Malvern really need to finish off their shots in front of this goal. They've had a couple of attempts there and just fumbled the ball. So really need to put some polish on their work. Malvern's had 5 shots on the goal and 2 misses. So they certainly had their opportunities on the net. Not too long left before the half-time break. Williamstown 5, Malvern 3. And I see our ratings doubled last week, Gus, after our great job. We went from 2, I believe, to 4. So who knows? Well, next week we're right. We're back in the town hall, so we'll be kings of the road up there. Malvern will be hosting the grand final next week. So make sure this red and black team get themselves a spot in there. Footscray waiting for today's winner. They're ready to go. There's 40 seconds. 140. Let's see where Malvern go through. There's Baker on it. Joe White. Get the sweep. Oh, shot. Right. Rips it into the top corner. That's a good comeback goal for Malvern. We needed that one.
Yeah, Joe! Attaboy, Joe White! Size hasn't changed, boys. Still 6x6.
1 minute 11.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go again. Sean Clark with it straight down the throat. And shoots high. Dominate this game. It's on all but one face-off. Williamstown spread it out. Have a look and see who they've got. Matthew Price. Emery off the top. Shot that misses too. Gibson again on the back left. Shot, and he's up high. Clark on the bottom. Mannix picks it up. Cole Morlang. There we go, half time. Williamstown leading by just the one goal. 5-4.
Yeah, interesting game. Still can go either way. Malvern's still in this game. Losing the face-off, the percentage of the face-off that Malvern's lost, surprisingly that they are. They've been able to work back into it. If they can turn that face-off a little bit back towards their favour in the second half, even if they can look to go 50-50 with the Williamstown face-off, Malvern should be back in the game. We know that they always come home hard. Let's be very, positive today. One of our better starts for the year. We're down 10-1 against Williamstown at this stage in the last meeting. Even last week, down against MCC by 4 or 5 goals. Half-time, hopefully they can get the right orange juice into them at half-time and come out with the fire they had last week. We'll be back after the break. Gala. Back with the start of the second half here. Angus Thompson Pritchard in the middle. Sean Clark Williamstown again. Been very dominant so far, Sean Clark in this middle. Mould unable to curb that at this stage of the game. Williamstown take the ball into the attack, start of the second half. Ball goes up to Butson. Moves it across to Price. Okay, Price goes across to Butson. He likes to try and run and dodge. And keep an eye on number 3 down there for Williamstown. Gibson with the ball now. He's been very, very dangerous in this first half. Tries to make a move again. Making most of their plays through him. I think Malvern need to do something. Maybe shut him off, stop him getting the ball as much as he has. Butson goes to take on. Up the top, he takes Curry on. Curry takes a swipe. Misses it, but great save by Roger Chan. Malvern ball goes with the goalie. Gets it out to Burgess. Don't know what happened there. Ball just gets thrown back to Williamstown. They come back into attack. Malvern a bit slow to get their midi out there. They're clearing middies out there. Got to make sure the clears work and get that possession down in the attack. We have a stop clock, not quite sure. Referee will inform us what's happened here. And then another ball on the ground. Williamstown patient again, moving the ball around the outside. It's pretty obvious that they're going to come through the middies. Middies are going to dodge. Shots wide. Not much work for Chan to do then. Just watch it go past. Stays with Williamstown. Williamstown trying to work the ball from behind. Good work, good defensive work by Thompson Pritchard. Williamstown get the ball, look up the top. Chan gets possession of the ball. Malvern need to take their time and make sure they clear this ball. Williamstown riding very, very hard, trying to force the error. They've got Malvern in disarray in this area of the game right now. Boongies again tries to clear the goal. Gets fallen on. Fortunately for Malvern, the referees have seen something there. We have a push on number 3, Blue. Malvern will go man up for 30 seconds. Good opportunity here, Curl, to move the ball around, take a good shot and tie this game up.
JB, need more talk from you.
Baker will start with the ball up high. Down to Curry. Not sure what they'll set up. Looks like they're looking at a 3-3 here right now, wide. Goes across to Joe White, down the corner. Down to Tran. Tran back up to White. He will go back up to the top. Baker with the ball. Down to Angus Thompson Pritchard, down to the bottom corner. We have a cutter. Angus takes a shot. Ball is wide. Malvern back it up, so they'll retain possession. Probably have about 15 seconds, 12 seconds in a penalty. Forces the ball. Malvern force the ball and lose it. Williamstown gets possession through their defender. Bad pass to goalie. It was a Malvern guy. Good effort behind trying to get that ball, but he interferes with the goalie, Josh Norton, so the ball will go blue. Ball in dispute. Nice work by Garrett there. He forces the error. Ball comes to Baker. Malvern on the move. We don't want to rush it. Let's just get the good possession, get the good shot. It's not what we wanted. The goalkeeper comes up with a save. A little bit frustrated at the moment, the Malvern side. It's not taking their time. Got to value the ball in possession a little bit more. Williamstown content to take the time, get the set up. We have one takes the move on the corner, hits the pipe. Williamstown retain possession. Gibson with the ball. He's going to look to go left every time, and he does. He makes his move, and a great shot, and he's in. He scores. And makes it a 2-goal margin.
Cal Gibson's with his 4th goal. A left-hander with a lot of leg speed. Malvern have got to win some face-off. And we've got one. Aaron Curry.
Yeah, Tommy!
Malvern into attack. Across to Baker. Cook. Joe White back to Baker. Oh, that was lucky he pulled that in. Cubby was onto it. The shot scores. Baker. Drive on the bottom right. Malvern close it back up just to the 1 goal.
As David mentioned, back to a 1-goal game. Nice work there by Kobe Cook. He took the hit. Number 1, Troy Butson, has been called. He has been called for a one-minute penalty, which occurred after we scored the goal. No, it occurred as the goal was being scored, so we go back to a centre face-off. This is where Malvern need to get this face-off. If they do, they have a full minute of man up. Whereas if Williamstown get the ball, they'll be looking to run the clock and kill the penalty for 1 minute. Angus Thompson Pritchard in against Sean Clark again. Crucial face-off. Overrun. Garrett comes up with the ball. Gets it across to Angus. Now we have time. Malvern still got almost a full minute of man up. Probably about 45 seconds by the time they get settled. Big opportunity to get this game tied at 6-all. Yep, man up hasn't been working that well, but anyway, let's see. We move the ball, move the feet. Down the bottom corner. Tran's a bit flat-footed there. He needs to be on the move. Joey White makes the spill, gets possession back over to Baker. Baker looks across to Angus Thompson Pritchard. Pass is not good. Baker forced to get the ground ball and retain the ball. And I think we're all even now. And there's a look into the middle. Angus Thompson Pritchard hits the goalie. Josh comes up with the ball. No luck there, and the Williamstown goalie will take possession of the ball. Nice ride by Malvern, forces the force, but in the turnover, Williamstown get back possession and they'll go into attack again. Very different scenario, Curly. We know as Williamstown, every possession they get, they bring it down, they take their time, set it up, work for the right shot, where at this point in time, Malvern seem to be a little bit rushed.
Yeah, Williamstown, a lot more purpose in their ball movement, a lot more systematic. It's going to wait and pick out their weak link. They're going through Butler. He gets a check and he's got a flag. So important now as the game goes on, the penalties are going to hurt. Here we go. Matty Price at the top left. Jason Bramall. Troy Butson in the middle. 3-3, and they'll just work the top two Malvern D's. Drawing them in. Rotation. Yeah, he had the bottom left naked too. Cal Gibson was there. Looks like Mole will survive the penalty. Let's see where the Malvern midfield are. They seem to go walkabout when it's time to clear the ball. I don't know why the middies don't go down to them. Under pressure again. Tommy Bone holds that one up. James Garrett could do with a couple from him now. Back around to Cook on the bottom right. Back to Cubby. Got JT picking him up. JT just measuring off. Shot. Oh, it's gone in. Bounce shot by Baker.
Well, we have a tied ball game right now. It's worrying to see if this Malvern side continue in their way as they have done in previous weeks, coming home hard in the second half. Once again, we're back to the face-off. Crucial part of the game. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome a couple of our viewers. I'd like to welcome Anthony, who's watching online. Also, I'd like to say hello to Brad Ackland over in WA, watching online. As you know, Brad Ackland's brother Philip was an ex-Malvern player back in the day. Good to have you on board, guys, and we've got quite a few people watching today, which is fantastic. Williamstown win that face-off, that crucial face-off again through Clark, and take the ball into their attack. Certainly had plenty of work to do today, the Malvern defence, and so far done a good job to keep this side to 6 goals. They just need to get the ball into our attack more and give them a little bit of a rest, get their energy back. Williamstown driving behind. This is forces the bad pass. Comes up with it, Roger Chan. Goalie comes up with the ball. Gets it out to Curry. Curry's got to get this ball and get on his motorbike and get down that field. He's dispossessed. Thompson Pritchard picks up the spills. Runs it over. Malvern will have some time in attack. Need to cool it off. Get some air back. Get a little bit of a rest and then start to get some momentum, moving the ball around the outside with some cuts. No rush here. Bone with the ball, moves it down to Joey White. Such a familiar side, that left-hand side. Joey White had plenty of the ball today. Good for quite a few points every game he plays. Bone moves the ball around. Gets the ball to Baker on his bottom corner. Bogle taking it on, gets around the cage, takes a shot, misses. Unfortunately, Malvern have got the back up. The referee stopped the game and it appears we have a player down on the far side of the ground. Medical team go out and assess. Lockie Russell limping off the field. Lockie might have hurt his ankle or his knee in that last clutch with Baker taking him on. They'll bring him off. Hopefully he's okay to continue. Okay. Malvern with the ball. Garrett up the top. Gets it across to White. Down to Tran. It's been a little bit quiet today, young Tran. Brendan Tran. He's usually good for a goal or two. There's plenty of time for him to get into it. We need him to score. Along with a couple of others we need to get into this game and help light it up and score. Baker takes them on. Skips it behind. Here comes Joey White on the cut. Nowhere to go. Great work. Keeps possession of the ball. Baker takes a shot and scores. Malvern go up. 7-6 early in the third quarter. Nice shot by Baker. We'll notice the shot off the ground, past the goalie's knees. Not trying. Back to the face-off. Another crucial one. Malvern get a couple out of here. They could get some work done. Thompson Pritchard comes out with it as he has so many times. Drives the goal, takes a shot, scores. All of a sudden we see Malvern 2 goals up. Little bit of a momentum swing. As I said here, mentioned there's the importance of the face-off. So now Williamstown forced to take a time out. Maybe the frustration has turned a little bit. Malvern all up and all cock a hoop, but they've just got a long, long way to go in this game and they need to keep scoring.
Here we go, Coos!
2:44 to go in the third. Malvern have edged their way back into the game and edged themselves into the front. We have this crucial face-off again. Angus Thompson Pritchard, Sean Clark. Clark brings it out the back and gets possession but fumbles. Chance. Joe White picks the ball up for Malvern. Little bit of luck Malvern's way in that occasion. Let's make the most of it now. We need them to make sure that they take their time, move the ball around, work it as they've done the past couple of times they've been into attack. Make sure of a good shot. Ball with Joe White. Not in any hurry at this stage. Couple of bench subs coming on. Curry about to come on. Be good to see this kid Aaron Curry get in the game. When he's on, he's on. He last year scored 5 goals in a game against Williamstown, so I know he's not worried about Williamstown. It's got to get him in the game and get him to get a couple of other middies to get one or here or there and a couple of attackers, and it's pretty easy, isn't it? You score more goals than the opposition, you win. Ball out to Baker on the top right. He makes the move. Lockie Russell, who went off before, looks okay. He's come back on. Baker throws it into Garrett. Garrett drops the ball on the crease. Williamstown will get possession again. Malvern looking to ride, make it hard for Williamstown to clear. Ball is still down the back. They'll go through a run in midi, which they do. Down the far side, it's Butson. Pass is not 100%, but they're able to still get the ball and take the clear. And Williamstown take the ball in the attack. They'll be looking to score. They want to pull it back. Down to a minute 10 in the third. Williamstown with possession in the ball. Gibson goes behind and sends it across to the other side. Williamstown game is very patient. They'll move the ball around. There'll be certain cutters. They'll try and look. They're going to look for the one-on-one here through Kobe Cook. He just needs to push up. Good job from the young fella. This makes the Williamstown bloke move off. With the danger man, Gibson again. Done a very good job today, Gibson, so far. His defender, Sambucci's, has been very good too. It's a great matchup we're seeing out there at the moment. Williamstown drive on the corner. Easy shot, easy score. Pulls it back to within a goal. We have Malvern 8, Williamstown 7. 32 seconds to go in this third quarter. I guess either side would be looking for a face-off clean out right here, fast break goal, just before the three-quarter time break. He called, it's probably fourth time today. Black's been called for going early. Too easy possession to Williamstown. Down to 22 seconds in the quarter. Malvern really need to keep this one out. They cannot afford to have another goal scored on them at this stage. Ball with Clark. Clark takes a haymaker shot. Ball goes out. We'll stay with Williamstown. Not seeing how much is left on the clock, but there's only a couple of seconds here. 10 seconds is the call. Down to Gibson, the danger man, again on the bottom corner. Comes around, and he gets the shot and draws the foul. So it looks like Williamstown will start possession. In a man-up situation after three-quarter. Little bit angsty in there at the moment. Situations like this, the most level-headed team usually are the one that will come out with a win for the game. You get sucked into this and then you're in trouble. We're not quite sure what the call is, but the referees will definitely be giving us the what the call is and what for shortly. It does appear that it's a Malvern foul. Sambucci's off with a broken stick for Malvern. I hope they can get that fixed and get him back out there quickly. Very important player for Malvern. One second is the call, so there'll be no more action. Let's hope this Williamstown fellow that's down the ground's okay. We're not quite sure what's happened here. Callum Gibson for Williamstown being helped off the ground. Let's hope it's only minor. Williamstown will start the game again with 1 second to go in the quarter. Looks like we have a
1-0, 2 minutes, illegal body check, 4 blue, unsportsmanlike conduct, 1 minute, simultaneous ball stays blue.
We have the call, number 10 from Malvern, Angus Thompson-Pritchard with a 2-minute penalty. And number 4, Jason Bramwell from Williamstown with a 1-minute penalty. Simultaneous foul, so they'll call possession with Williamstown with 1 second to go. The clock should stop, and that will give Williamstown they'll be even for 1 minute, and then I'll have a 1 minute man up starting of the third quarter. Not quite sure with the face-off, whether it'll go to face-off or whether Williamstown will start with the ball, but that we'll find out shortly. Three-quarter time here at the Surrey Park ground. Malvern lead this game by 1 goal. We are in store for a great last quarter here. Game can go either way. It still boils down to the face-off. Malvern need to get their percentage of wins in there, and you need to make good use of the ball in attack. Just like to take the opportunity to thank Romy Ansell for supplying the cappuccinos and the donuts for the commentary boys today. Very nice. So viewers send us in some cream cakes or a cup of coffee every week. Gives us plenty of energy to last the game out. Start of the last quarter, we do go to a face-off, bound against Clark. Malvern have one in the box for 2 minutes and Williamstown have one in the box for 1 minute. One quarter left for one of these teams here today. The winner will progress to the grand final. As Dave said earlier, Footscray waiting for the winner. Probably watching today, making sure that they can get a good look at who they're going to play. But as we know, no matter which team gets through today, they'll certainly be up to the task. Ball with Williamstown in attack. I think they'll be waiting to bring their fifth man on. At the moment, it's 5-on-5. They are. They're going to waste the time, waste a minute. And then when their player comes back on, they'll get a full 1 minute of man up. Some of the Malvern players calling out referees for a stall, but the stall cannot be called if you have two players in the penalty box. Williamstown free from the box now, so they'll have a full minute of man up, 6-on-5 situation. A little bit of a different attack. Number 3, Cal Gibson, who was knocked just before the end of the quarter. We've been told that he's okay, which is great to hear, but he's not on the field at the moment. I think they will miss him if they can't get him back out there. Bottom left with Williamstown, looking up the top there, goes over across to Butson. Across to Clark on the right-hand side. They move the ball behind, being patient with their man up. They're definitely going to be looking for a cutter. There's a shot. Shot from Bramwell, but Roger had that covered, missed a goal. Williamstown will still retain possession of the ball in a man-up situation. Sean Clark left by himself there. Bad shot, fortunately for Malvern. Ten seconds left on this penalty for Malvern. The defence has done a lot of work today. They still have a lot more to do, but they need to keep these guys out for 10 seconds and get their sixth man back in and then go into an even defence-offence situation. Another great work by the Malvern defence. Malvern come on. Great work by Malvern. They clear the ball. Got to watch this offside. Really need to make sure the coaches need to get on the ball. We can't afford any silly mistakes at this stage of the game. Shot by Baker comes off to goalkeeper. Williamstown get it. Throw the ball. Thompson Pritchard intercepts. Ball back with Mitchell. Back to Angus now. He's going to go across to Garrett in the centre. Haven't seen much of Gaz today. He's normally good for a couple of goals. There's plenty of time left in this game for him to make his mark. Ball down to Baker on the corner. Back to Thompson Pritchard. Looks to Tommy Bound, then goes the opposite way to Baker. Baker looks like he's going to make a run. He takes Lockie Russell on. Doesn't have anywhere to go, so he moves it off to Tran. Tran making a move back to Baker. Baker across to Thompson Pritchard. He's got no short. He lets go. He scores. Malvern go 2 goals up. Interesting to see. The worm burner, as we call it, bouncing off the ground from a long distance out. He didn't try and rip the top of the net. Just a nice shot where the goalkeeper couldn't see it. Malvern take a 2-goal lead early in the first quarter, last quarter. As it's been all day, back to the critical face-off. This time, Williamstown go early. Malvern take possession. Tommy Bound with the ball, gives it across to Aaron Curry. Good opportunity here for Malvern, being 2 goals up. If they take their time, score another goal here and extend that break, then all of the pressure comes back to Williamstown. Whereas so far in this game, for most of the game, the pressure's been on Malvern being behind. Ball with Aaron Curry. Joe White makes his run, makes his left-hand sweep. No one takes him. He's still got it. Nowhere to go. Moves the ball off. It's a bad pass. Ball should stay in. The ground's not. Tran with one hand. Simple ground ball missed. Unfortunate mistake for Malvern. Ball with Williamstown now. Looking to clear the ball. Malvern are riding hard. Still haven't got it cleared yet. But there's the easy clear. Williamstown clear the ball down in their attack through Butson.
Yeah, very important now that Malvern's shown some real leadership on the field there. Everyone's getting excited. The crowd's into it. Really got to have some generals out there now and go with the best option through the best players. There's a shot, Butson. And there he goes. If you don't press the ball, that's what you'll get. Troy Butson. Williamstown's first. Just with the shots on goal, Malvern's had 19 shots on the goal compared to Williamstown's 14. And then the tally on the misses, Malvern 9 missed the net. And Williamstown 12 missed the net. So not too much between them on the shooting. And there's Clark again. Oh, he's missed it. No pressure. Got to keep trying. Yep. The middies have got to get under that ground ball, even force Clark as much as they can into some sort of error. This will come through their midfield. Butson. Garrett on him. Butson leans. Matty Price inside. So Mannix with it. Again, Butson, dominant right-hand player. Cole Morlang at the back. Here they go. They keep attacking. Bang, bang, bang the whole time. Sean Clark, 7. Matty Price. Maddox splits. Back at the top. They keep knocking on the door. That one's missed by Clark. Back with Bunsen again. He's got the match up on James Garrett. Jake Mannix. Check by Angus Pritchard Thompson there. Oh, he does the AFL in the back leap, and he's won it in the back. Yeah, he played for it and got it. Williamstown out on man up.
Very unnecessary. Dave thinks he played for it. The referees are a lot closer than us. You stay away from those things. Anyway, Williamstown with the ball in attack. 8 minutes to go in the last quarter. Malvern lead by a goal. Williamstown in man up. They'll move the ball around. The left-hand side will be altered because Gibson's no longer down there. It'll be interesting to see what they do. They will sure have plan B, plan C. Up to Butson. Over to Clark. They've dropped the ball. Lockie bounce tries to knock it forward. Clark on the ball. Face-off guy. Good ground ball. Williamstown retain possession. Penalties over. Back to 6-on-6. Ball in dispute. Stays down there. Williamstown with the ground ball. Probably on top with the ground ball count today, Williamstown. Settled situation again. Williamstown happy to move the ball, even though they're down. They won't rush the clock. They will work for the right opportunity, make the right moves. Holding up for a sub. Liam Clark at the top. A very handy little play. He's going to look to take our midfielder Garrett on. Williamstown moved the ball again behind to Butson. He goes up the top to Kyle Morlang. Looks across and there's Price all by himself. Chan comes up with a save. This is where we are. We look now. Malvern do need to clear the ball. They do need to keep scoring. How long do we wait till we use our timeouts? We still have 2 timeouts left with Malvern. Coaches will decide. At some stage we're going to need to talk. We need to slow this ball down. We should not be in a hurry. We need to work for the next goal. Every goal Malvern can score is going to make it harder for Williamstown. We don't need to let them get back to level. Norton with the ball. Sun is immense over in this left-hand side. Curly and I have noticed it, but obviously at this point in time the Malvern players haven't. To work this left-hand side, the sun's directly in the goalie's eyes. We have Tran trying to take one on. Takes a second one on. Little skip pass into Garrett, drops the ball. Williamstown take possession again. Malvern need to ride with the Williamstown goalkeeper. He sends it across to Lachlan Russell over on the far side. As Baker's man, he cuts across to shut him off. Back to the goalkeeper. Working hard. Malvern are working hard on the ride, but now we need to go and press the goalkeeper. Now's the time to press the goalkeeper. We don't want to let him get too high. Goalkeeper clears the ball. Bit lazy by Malvern. They were offside. They got away with it, but that's the way it goes. Williamstown yet again in attack. Had most of the ball for this quarter. Butson their go-to man. He's at the top. Big strong athlete. He's going to try and dodge. He'll go right. The right-hand side. Yeah, good bump. Curry does well in that time to keep pushing him on. Moves the ball behind. Malvern just need to have good patient defence. Just push and make them move the ball off. We don't need to be trying to take anything off them. Chan with the ball again. Maybe we can get another opportunity for Malvern to score. Clearing the ball's not been easy today. Ball's with Lockie Bound up there. He's a bit lost. He's nowhere to go. The middies are not working hard enough there, Dave, through this clear. The middies are all up the other end. We need them down here to help clear the ball. Here we go. We lost the ball. Crucial. Boonges tries to kick it on. Can't get it. Gets it over to Williamstown. Lucky break. Far side. Shot. I think Chan comes up with the greatest save of all time. Now with Kobe Cook. Now we have middies working hard. This is how it's got to be. We can't have midfielders standing up the ground waiting for the ball. Must get in and work and get that ball. Timeout called Black.
Malvern take a timeout. leading by the 1 goal. And this is where you get the whiteboard out and draw a special play you haven't used all year. Same with the man-ups. Time for a different man-up if you're lucky enough to get one. Just got to mix it up a little bit now. Put the pressure back on Williamstown. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Crucial 30, 60 seconds coming up here. Malvern can score. It'll certainly put them in the box seat. Not saying it's over. Got to go to your best players. Williamstown's 8 shots on the goal today. 4 have missed in this last quarter. And Malvern just a 2 on the net. So Williamstown dominate this last quarter with the shooting. And we'll see what they're going to do. You're going to extend out. We get Baker with Russell on the matchup. Yeah, Joe White. Time for a Joe White goal. You've got the switch. Curry, the dominant right-hander. No one to give it to. Oh, it's back. Gone. It's checked it. Good ground ball, Angus. Plenty of time. I'd get the ball to the back if I was them. Oh, he put it straight in his stick. Couldn't have shook his hand. Let's see if that one hurts. There's Butson. We're inside the last 3 now, so the game will stop on every whistle. Lockie Barn on the ground ball, but we've got a whistle.
Shut up.
And it's a turnover. Clark with it. Butson, it's on the ground. See if they can pick it up. We're going to clear it. Still a while to go. He's going to get it from the back. Again, this is where they've got to have the generals out there, get on the same page. The countdown to the last 2 minutes, 3 seconds. And Baker inside move. Oh, sloppy pass. Now here's the man up. That's one I was saying. So we want to play a variation.
If there was a man up that Malvern needed to score, this is it. Score here with 1 minute and 35 to go would make it hard for Williamstown to get back in. We're having trouble with 1:37 to go in the game. We're having a lot of trouble with the scoreboard clock today. And it's still saying 1:42, but there's actually 1:37. The referees and officials sorting it all out now. Malvern will start man up. 1:42 to go in the last quarter. 1 goal up. If ever you want a position to be in right now, it's exactly where you want to be. Williamstown will come out. They will push. They can't sit back and wait. They have to get out. They have to try and force an error. This should give Malvern, with the extra man, have to move the ball feet. That will keep them in good stead. So they have a full minute on this penalty. Williamstown will push out wide. Even in a man-up situation, it's going to be a little bit harder to move the ball. My thoughts are, if they're going to push out wide like that, this is sort of like Baker needs to take this guy on now. He's got Joey White. He's got the double coming. He doesn't want to get caught high. Gets past 2 of them, takes the ball down to the bottom right-hand corner. I don't think we have enough time to run the clock, especially man up. We need to keep moving that ball. Someone will get open. White's got the ball. Spare man there, Dan to Tran. He needs to be non-flat-footed. Goes to goal. Piers Malvern's going to try and run the clock. They're not going to try and score. In trouble, Tran loses the ball. Williamstown turnover. Malvern have a two-man situation, a two-man man-up situation. 36, they don't want to run the clock. They need to score a goal here. Goalie's out. They're pushing. Malvern have been called. They're still going to run this clock. Too much time to go. There's a full minute to go. We're 2 men up. One score and it's all over. Curry with the ball now. Goalkeeper up there. Come on, Cuz. You can beat the goalkeeper. Getting pressure there. Moves the ball behind. We've turned it over. Williamstown with the ball down deep. In dispute. Call goes black. Did not have the ball. Referees made a call. Crucial call. He never had the ball. Williamstown have called timeout. He never had the ball. Photos referee from the balls called it that he did. 36 seconds to go. Malvern coach Steve Bown in there questioning it. No sense. He's not going to change his mind. We need good solid D for 32 seconds and the game is all over. Trying to work out what the referees have called. It's been overturned. The ball goes black. Malvern's decided to throw it straight down the line. Luck needed. Garrett gets it. Ball spills out. Williamstown get possession on the line. Referee involved again. Referee's going to find something. Black ball.
No. He said no.
Baker with the ball. Clock ticking down to 20 seconds. Now's the time. If Baker could just hold on to this ball, they're going to double team him, triple team him. He needs the other people to work hard and give him the outlet pass. They cannot go outside the restraining line. They cannot. Timeout black. 5 seconds to go in the game. Malvern lead by a goal. Yep. The call from the commentary box is to leave it with Baker. Get it as low as you can. If we do lose the ball with 5 seconds right down in that bottom corner, I see it almost impossible for Williamstown to get it up. They're going to throw a full field. They're going to double team, triple team. They're going to do everything they can. Malvern need to keep composure at this stage of the game. Just wondering what, what the talk will be about here, Curly. And 5 seconds to go. Yeah, look, we're not in control. We've all been coaches. We're all the best coaches in the world from the sideline. But what I do think that the guys will do is exactly as we've been talking about. Get the ball to Baker, get it low, keep there for 5 seconds, then Malvern will go to a grand final. 5 seconds away, barring a disaster. Game about to start. Yeah, Baker with the ball in the bottom right-hand corner. Double teamed, sorry. Two players on him. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Baker's sweet. Baker goes to open net, puts another one in right on the siren, make sure of the game. Malvern win the preliminary final, and they'll go to the grand final for the first time since 2015, I believe, Curly. Yeah, 03 was the last time that Malvern won a grand final. Got a lot of work to do though. We've, and we had today a couple of players, young Mitchell Baker in particular, had a little bit of a niggle in his hamstring. Put a lot of work in the last, 3 or 4 days, going to hyperbarics, seeing specialists, off for treatment, dry needling this morning, got taped up and got through the game. Let's hope that, he can get that 100% next week. Defender Tony Joseph also had a very, very sore hand that no one knew about. Concerned about him, but he's been able to get through the game. Anyway, to all our viewers, thanks for joining us again. Next week, we're in the grand final at our home ground. And to all the older viewers out there, I do believe that in 1966, Malvern hosted a home grand final at the Town Hall. So it'll be the first time since 1966 that we actually get to have a home grand final. Big day next week. To all the viewers out there, Malvern are hosting the day and need a lot of workers. And, of course, by the boys win the grand final, we're about 25, including team and staff, we're about 25 workers down. So if anyone feels like coming up to Malvern next week and cooking hamburgers and selling drinks, please do. Please help out. Get onto our website. There's a link there for the helpers line if anyone can put their name down to help. Because a lot of the helpers for next week now won't be there. They'll be playing.
Still going. And just to wrap up with the stats there, Williamstown face-off won 14, Malvern winning 6. And shots on the goal, Malvern 21, 9 misses. And Williamstown 17 shots on the goal, 13 misses. So they both tallied up with 30 shots for a total. And that's a wrap. We'll see you at the Town Hall next week.
Sammy.
Nail biter.
Into a grand final, mate. What do you got to say?
It's hard to say much. Just beautiful effort. It's more about the boys than anything. I think it's a tight game. We're down a bit, but that momentum just started hitting. Big time shots. We hit a lot of pipes. But Roger saved. Boys taking big hits, doing all the things that we needed them to do. And it came together perfect. Foot's great home. Bloody oath. That's all we want.
Couldn't ask for any more to play a grand final at your home ground. Yeah, today was a funny game. Our start wasn't as poor as what it has been the past few weeks. Still a lot of room for improvement, maybe in unforced errors.
Yeah, there's some little jitters always with our finals, but as we tell the boys, just have fun. Like, we pay to play. We're here just to have fun together as a team. We're a family. And as soon as they start doing that, you see what happens. We score easy. All the boys having fun. Defense is hitting people. It's beautiful.
Great attitude. And to all our viewers that don't know, Sammy's a first-year coach. And joins a long list of coaches at Malvern that have gone to a grand final in their first year. Let's hope for Sammy and all his boys they can get up with a win next week, and let's get all our viewers back again. Today was excellent. We had gathered viewers from all around the world and all around Australia. So back next week, we're online again up at the Town Hall. Sammy, to you and your boys, all the best.
Perfect. Home final. Nothing better.